Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what's up, guys? June 22nd is the release date for Nick Diaz's fight promotion called War MMA. And honestly, he's going to have former UFC welterweight Cesar Gracie fighter Daniel Roberts taking on Justin Bisping. And he's actually going to have a former WEC contender Antonio Banuelos fighting. So Nick Diaz is actually getting a lot of top dudes that were former UFC fighters, former Strikeforce fighters, former WEC fighters. So it looks like this card is going to be kind of stacked, and I'll put in the links in below for who's going to be fighting. And it says it's going to be possibly doing a live stream, and that's going to be freaking awesome. It says Diaz a 26-9-1 and no contest. Last fought in March when he lost a unanimous decision to George St. Pierre at the UFC 158 after he said he would retire unless he was given a rematch or a super fight. To date, neither has surfaced. This past week, as news of Diaz's fight promotion, UFC President Dana White gives Diaz his blessings in his signature style, saying, "Good for him. Welcome to the losing money business," because a lot of people lose money when they go into fight promotion business, because you're not just going to sit there and constantly bang out great content. And UFC has had some cards that were kind of shitty. And I know Carlos Condit says he would want a rematch with Nick Diaz, but Nick Diaz wants to fight either GSP for a title shot, or he wants to get a actual super fight. Like, he wants to fight like Anderson Silva. He's actually said, "I could beat Anderson Silva." He wants to fight a guy like Anderson Silva, John Jones. He wants to fight top guys. He's not at that level anymore where he wants to fight like a mid-level guy, a little shit guy that he's just going to run through. And my honest opinion is, will this fight promotion be a hit? I think, honestly, the very first fight will be a hit, because a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are hyping it up, saying it's going to be a great fight promotion. It's going to be live in Stockton, California, the home of the Diaz brothers. Will his brother be fighting in that organization? Probably not. His brother's still fighting in the UFC, making that paper. So let me know what you guys think. Will this fight promotion be a hit? And it says a lot of guys from Cesar Gracie's Fight Academy will be fighting at this event. A lot of people from around the Bay Area, around Northern California, will be on this event. Like I said, Antonio Banuelos is fighting, and he was a top fighter at WEC. So if you're having a lot of decent names, there might not be big names like a George St. Pierre or Antonio Bigfoot Silva, but there's still names that people know. And if you're a fight fan from the Bay Area, from California, you're going to know who these guys are. So with that, what do you guys think of Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate 2? They're going to be doing the Ultimate Fighter together. Is it a great thing? Is it Miesha Tate is just going to get dominated again? I honestly think Miesha Tate will get dominated and get smashed by Ronda Rousey. Will this show be a great hit? I think, honestly, for casual fans and people who don't really watch mixed martial arts, they're going to really watch this event, because it has women and men in the house. And y'all know from watching like Real World, Jersey Shore, and all these other reality shows, when you have hot women in the house with hot dudes, you're going to have some hooking up. So it's going to be more of, I think, less training and more flirtation going on. A lot of people might disagree with me. A lot of people might say, "Ah, dude, you're stupid." Well, honestly, put it this way: if you had Ronda Rousey in your house, sleeping next to you in like the bedroom next to you, and you were hanging out with her for 6 weeks, aren't you gonna try to smash it? I mean, come on now. You're not gonna be like, "No, I'm gonna try this to UFC." Come on now, guys, girls. It's unedible to happen. Cain Velasquez versus JDS3, and they said this fight must happen because the first fight, I think, was a fluke, honestly, because JDS has clipped Cain, and Cain was injured in that fight, and Cain didn't explode like he normally would have. And if you see what Cain did compared to what JDS did to Mark Hunt, there's no unquestionable that JDS is not on the same level as Cain. Cain is like the ultimate heavyweight. He has great ground game, great stand-up, great cardio. And JDS might be a kind of a fast fighter, but he's not as fast as Cain Velasquez. And Cain Velasquez is more dynamic, more vicious. He's just going to go in there, throw a lot of punches, go for the takedown. He's not going to just stand and bang with JDS. That's just not going to happen. And JDS is not going to throw some spinning wheel kick against Cain Velasquez. That's not going to happen because Cain Velasquez, in my mind, is going to be up in his face, always pressuring the action, and always be up there like, hey, come on, swing, swing. And JDS has, I would say, not great ground game. He showed a little bit of ground game against Mark Hunt, but his transitions look garbage. He's not going to be able to take Cain down, I don't think, and just pound on him. And he's not going to be that stupid to take Cain down and try to submit him. He's just going to try to stand and bang, do what he does, and that's it. Gustafsson versus Glover. Glover, to me, is a great fighter. He's went on like a 19-fight win streak. He fights out of the same camp that Chuck Liddell did. Chuck Liddell helps train this guy. These guys, they say they have the chance to be able to beat someone like John Jones, but honestly, I don't think these two dudes are going to be able to beat John Jones anytime. I think Gustafsson is a great fighter. He didn't really do that great, I think, against Shogun, my honest opinion. I think Glover, however you pronounce the name, is going to win that fight, get the title shot against John Jones, but I think John Jones is going to mop the floor with this dude. Okay, guys, what do you guys think of wrestling being taken out of the Olympics? Okay, they keep trying to say, well, we need to get wrestling out of the Olympics because a lot of people don't watch wrestling, and it is true. A lot of people who don't understand wrestling kind of find it boring. A lot of people that I know who you say go watch a wrestling event, they don't understand what's going on, so it's boring. Like a lot of UFC fans, they don't understand the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that goes on in the ground game, so they boo. It's just the truth. If you go watch a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match, that shit is boring. To me it is. I love mixed martial arts because it's a fast-paced sport, but should they take out wrestling out of the Olympics? No, I don't think so, because wrestling is one of the biggest aspects of the freaking sports of martial arts. It's been in the Olympics for hundreds of years, and it's even on the little gold medal that people get, so why would they even attempt to take it out? Because they say they're losing money, a lot of people watch it, but you have stupid people, they won't take out like badminton, or they don't take out these weird-ass sports that people don't watch, like water polo. Come on now. I'd rather watch wrestling, two guys going at it, showing who's physically better than the other, than water polo. Luke Rockhold challenges Michael Bisping of MMA in New York, unlikely for 2013. Okay, it says, if we're anywhere near or within the top 10 of the UFC's middleweight division changes, you are probably called out. Michael Bisping, former Strikeforce champion Luke Rockhold, is the new guy in town, and he's never really got his opportunity. On Thursday, Rockhold couldn't resist joining the popularity Bisping fan, and basically, and it says, Bisping, from his Twitter account, says, you don't have the opportunity. I don't have the opportunity. You talk shit about practice. I say we set a record straight once and for all. And this was set from Michael Bisping's Twitter account. Unfortunately for the AKA prospect, forgot that Bisping is a somewhat of a... So, my personal honest opinion, would Bisping smash Rockhold? I probably honestly think he would. I think this Rockhold dude, he's just hyping up, trying to talk some smash to get a top guy so he would be back in the mix. Is he a top guy in the UFC? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think he's a top guy after losing in devastating fashion like he did against Vitor Belfort. Vitor knocked the shit out of this dude. Michael Bisping will knock him out. I know Michael Bisping doesn't have a lot of knockout power, but Michael Bisping is a beast. He's one of the best guys in the world. I think he's top 3 in the world at 185. I think this dude still deserves a title shot to this day. I still think he's one of the only dudes that could beat Anderson Silva. He has great wrestling, great stand-up, great cardio. He has everything that makes a great fight against Anderson Silva. But do you think this Luke Rockhold is the dude that smashes Michael Bisping, and he's a new sheriff? One last topic I gotta talk to you guys about. Matt Serra at peace with retirement. It says Matt Serra was creeping up on 39 years old and hadn't fought in well over 2 years, so it had gotten to the point when most people considered him retired anyway. But then when they heard he had hung it up after suffering blood splats and a forced rib removal, it no longer seemed so fair for timely Serra, who had basically won the 170-pound title. He was the last guy that I know of to beat George St. Pierre, and I didn't even know he had a rib removed. So that's saying something right there. That dude is a tough dude. He's done a lot for mixed martial arts. He came back on the Ultimate Fighter. What was it? Ultimate Fighter. Whatever the show was called. It was when they brought a lot of older fighters back who basically couldn't hang anymore. They brought him back, and he won the Ultimate Fighter, and he went on to win the 170-pound division title, beating George St. Pierre in 2007. But to be honest, I thought the dude was retired already. But it's a bad thing to say he hasn't fought in 2 years. So if he hasn't fought in 2 years, the last time he fought was against Matt Hughes, and he lost in that fight. So is it saying it's a bad thing that this dude's retiring? Nah, I mean, sometimes you have to retire. He's 39 years old. What more does he have to prove in the game of mixed martial arts? I mean, at least he's the type of dude who knows when to hang it up. He's not going to take TRT to be like, yep, I'm still going to be able to hang and bang with these young dudes. Come on now. But Matt Serra's retired, and like a lot of people saying, a lot of the top dudes, top names in the game are retiring. You're going to have to rely on these small dudes like Brian Bulls and these type of ass clowns to make UFC the money. So with that being said, this has been another UFC or another MMA breakdown video. Usually I make these kind of on my podcast, but I just wanted to make a video and just talk to you guys about it. And as always, if you guys want to check me out on my podcast, there's a link in the description box for that. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace on the street. Son.